Good evening, this is SER316 Frankfurt group. Our group members were Adam Castro, Chandler Boone, Christy Del Leo, Gianni Carvajal, Paul Traxler, and myself, Kevin Shelley. We had a total of 8 user stories with 26 subtasks, all of which we completed to meet the sprint goal, which we will go over in a second. To start, we'll go ahead by running the program. As you can see right here, what's going to pop up is going to be a splash that was made by Adam Castro. I'll go ahead and I'll show it right here just to zoom it in. I apologize for my resolution, by the way. I'm running 4K and it minimizes everything. So that's the splash right there. We'll start off by splitting this off. We split this off into two kind of categories. One was look and feel, and one was functionality. We'll start with functionality because that makes sense. The top right, we have these buttons that everybody knows. We have the minimize. This didn't work before, but now Paul fixed it so that you can minimize it, and then by clicking the icon at the bottom, it opens it back up in the original state. Hitting the X up here goes ahead and it exits the program by prompting the user. And as you can see right here, the Gradle goes ahead and it runs. And before, it wouldn't even close the program, but now you can see right there that it completely deleted the thread and the program closes. Up in the top left, we have preferences. Under File, Preferences, we got rid of the look and feel right here as per one of the user stories. That was Chandler. He got rid of that and kept a lot of this functionality so that we can continue to use it if we need to. Bottom left down here, let me see if I can get you up here. As you can see, we have the version number, which is a static number changed in Gradle, and then followed by the build number. Build number is based on the time the build was made, and then the sequential number of the build. So this one started at 1, and now it's at build 13, as you can see there. So going to the look and feel of it, first of all, Gianni went through the tireless effort of going through the entire program and changing everything from Spanish to English. So now it's all English and will be English going forward. On the left side, you'll see a very familiar kind of look and feel from Memoranda, except we changed a lot of the icons. Chandler hand drew these himself and placed them here. We have, in this, we replaced a lot of Memoranda specific with our more specific bus tracks. Application needs. We have upcoming tours, which displays all the tours. It's going to have a list, and then each of these list items you can click and it'll display the tour in a nice user interface. We have the buses, tours, drivers, and routes that you can add to each one of these as well. As you can kind of see, we're going to go ahead and add one of these just to display functionality. So we're going to go and put my name in here. My name is Kevin Shelley, and there's all my information. I'm going to click OK, and you see it gets added to this table right here. I can go ahead if I want to, click on it, and then edit, or I can remove by clicking this and hitting yes, and there it goes away. It also saves upon reload. Every time it reloads the program, it saves it right there. And a lot of these efforts for all these different classes do the same functionality. This is a collaborative effort, probably one of the bigger ones. User Story 20. This was all collaborated by Christy Del Leo, Paul Traxler, and Chandler Boone. Oh, and I forgot to mention that I did the version part of it. So moving on to the sprint backlog. Now that that's set, I'm going to go ahead and exit there. Now I'm going to bring up the backlog right here so we can display that. Like I said, we had 8 user stories, a total of 26 subtasks, all of which we completed, and we met the sprint goal. I can pretty confidently say that we met most of the users' goals on this one. A lot of it was just fine-tuning the user interface, and through a lot of team collaboration, especially through user story number 20, which had 3 to 4 people working on it at one time. We kind of showcased how we were able to work as a group and upload these and to develop a master document, which we can release. It is deliverable. It does work, as you saw. So we feel like that we made, to an extent, meet the customer's expectations on it, at least for the first sprint. Some improvements we could have made. We could have better distributed kind of the tasks. At first, we were doing a really good job of moving them into in progress and then taking care of them. But we struggled with distributing the different tasks to different people, which we started figuring out near the end, but obviously it was the last couple days of the sprint and it was a little far behind there. We also could have done a little better job of merging them as user stories onto GitHub instead of merging each individual feature into the development branch. We started near the end doing that, but we could have utilized that probably earlier on and been a bit more organized. But in the end, we completely finished the task. That's the sprint, and we are ready to go for the next one.